Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. It actually is starting to feel great outside, which is awesome. Even though it's Monday, we can be grateful that we can wear flip-flops today. So that's always something to be thankful about. The snow is hopefully gone. I mean, knock on wood, because Tennessee weather is absolutely insane. But it actually feels good right now, which is awesome. I may be touching my nose a lot because last week I was super sick and I wiped my nose so much. It's so dry, so I apologize for that. That's also why I didn't post my blogs last week. I'm very sorry about that. But wanted to get back going. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. But wanted to do in this what we're always going to do and go with the Word. And I don't know about you, but something that, because where I go to church at, it's Faith Promise Church, but also, and I'm going to put them both, a link in the description below, but Faith Promise is doing a series on grace right now. And I also listened to a series earlier in the year from Elevation Church, Stephen Furtick's church, on grace as well. And gosh, this is a facet of being a Christian that I struggle with. I find myself a lot trying to earn my way and really trying to be good enough, which is so tiring. Like I'll do great for a few weeks, and then I'll slip up, and I won't have a quiet time where I'll mess up, and then it's like God's left me. But that's not what it teaches in the Bible, and that's something I put on myself. I don't know if you do that, but it makes the Christian walk so tiring. But what I want to do today is I just want to read two biblical truths. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, because this stuff is deep, and it's probably something you may have heard, but what I want to do is I just want to read it, talk about it for a minute, and I'm going to ask you just to meditate on it. And really pray, spend some time with God, because revelations don't come from my mouth or from your pastor's mouth. They come from whenever you spend alone time with the Word and with God. So if you're like, gosh, Zach, or look at your pastor, say, gosh, I never get that out of the Word. Well, how much time do you spend trying to get your own food out of the Word? Or do you just expect the pastor to chew it up and spit it in your mouth? Because that sounds disgusting to me. But I just want to read this to you. The first thing I want to read is out of let me mark this so I can come back to it. First thing I want to read is out of Psalms 55:22. And a lot of us have heard this, but just really think about it. Psalms 55:22 says, "Cast your burdens on the Lord, and He will support you." Cast your burdens on the Lord, and He will support you, and He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. Now, it's hard for me to think I'm going to cast how bad I sin or suck or whatever onto God, like perfect God, right? It's hard to imagine He would even ask that. But He says, do that, and He will support you. Like he asks us to do that. And then the next one says, and He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. Now, the first thing I think of is, well, I'm not righteous because I mess up, or I've sinned, or I've blown it, or my mind wandered, or whatever. I'm not righteous, so that verse doesn't apply to me. But this right here, what I want to read you is it's super debated. It's very deep. But I just want to tell you, what I've learned out of this, and just spend some time thinking about it, because this right here could radically change your life. This is in Romans 1:16 and 17, and watch how it connects to what we just read. "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is God's power for salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew and also to the Greek." So salvation is God's power. So if you're not clinging to salvation, you're missing out on God's power. Even if you've been saved, if you don't cling to that daily, you're missing out on God's power. But here's the awesome part. "For in God's righteousness is revealed from faith to faith, just as it is written, the righteous will be saved by faith." Now this is hard for me. It's hard for me because this is what the Bible teaches. We are righteous if we have faith that Jesus died for us. What makes you righteous, or what makes me righteous, is not our good works, but it is what Jesus did on the cross. The righteous will be saved by faith. When you believe that Jesus died for you on the cross, you receive God's righteousness. You will never obtain righteousness. I will never obtain righteousness. But Jesus died so we can have it. If you read, and add this is just 3 verses I'm asking you to read, and add in there Romans 10:9. That is where you receive your righteousness. Today, this week, for the rest of your life, walk in the righteousness that Jesus died to give us. And since we are righteous through God's eyes, He asks us to cast our burdens onto Him so that we can be free to carry out His will. This is so. If this is not for any of you, it's for me. So I just pray for myself and for you that you get to walk in the freedom that Christ died to give us. I love you so much. I hope you have a great day. And check out these links below. Listen to these sermons from 2 of the best pastors I've ever heard. Again, I love you. Hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.